Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. 33-year-old Nevada resident Nathaniel DeGrave used to call himself the King of Las Vegas. And in the weeks leading up to January 6th, DeGrave spread election fraud conspiracy theories, of course, online. He also decided to travel to D.C. with his friends and co-defendants, Ronald Sandlin and Josiah Colt. And in a December 30th reply to Sandlin, DeGrave confirmed that he was okay with violence on January 6th. He said, quote, "I'm bringing bulletproof clothing." The following day, DeGrave posted on Facebook and he wrote, quote, "Who can shoot and has excellent aim and can teach me today or tomorrow?" He received a bunch of replies and then DeGrave clarified, quote, "I want somebody special forces or ex-FBI to teach me. I want personalized training from the best." He went on to say, quote, "I'm open to learning all the essential skills, whatever is necessary to survive." That same day, DeGrave and his friends started a group chat, and they started discussing shipping weapons to Sandlin's home in Tennessee because they were planning to meet up there, and then they were going to drive the rest of the way to D.C. together. So the three of them purchased a bunch of weapons. They purchased a bunch of other gear online. They had everything sent to Sandlin's house. And Colt said he was taking his Glock. Sandlin said he was going to be taking his pocket gun and a knife. And then ultimately, the three men took Colt's Glock, Sandlin's pistol, 2 magazines of ammunition, 2 cans of bear spray, gas masks, a taser, body armor, helmets, and an expandable baton, as well as several knives. So they left some of the weapons and the gear in their car, and DeGrave ended up taking bear spray to the Capitol, and then Colt and Sandlin each took a knife with them to the Capitol. And all of the three of them wore protective gear. They were wearing gas masks. They had on body armor. They also discussed violence prior to the attack. So Sandlin in particular was seen and heard on a live stream that they did before the Capitol attack. And in this video, he said numerous times, quote, "Freedom is paid for with blood." And he said, quote, "Either way, there is going to be violence," and quote, "I think it is time to take the Capitol." So when the camera was turned to DeGrave, he added, quote, "We are sick and tired of the fucking lies. It is time to put an end to this once and for all." And then Sandlin took the camera back and added, quote, "1:00 is when it is all going to go down. So we are going to be there back by 1:00 when it is action time. It is game time." As the three entered the Capitol grounds, DeGrave was recording, and in the video, he said, quote, "They just breached the Capitol building. That's it, bro. It's game time. We all armored up. We got gas masks. This is what separates us true patriots from everyone else who is all talk. You know, fuck this, fuck that. Sitting at home, we out here taking action. It's Dr. Death in the building, and it's about to go down." So a short time later, DeGrave and his friends did illegally enter the Capitol. They immediately saw 3 officers who were guarding a set of Capitol doors, and there were about 30 members of the mob that were starting to surround these officers. So Sandlin approached them first, and he was yelling to the officers, quote, "Get out of the way. Your life is not worth it today." Then he and DeGrave started shoving these officers, and so they were successful. And as this is all going down, DeGrave is yelling, quote, "Get the fuck through and kick it the fuck open." So this is as the mob was forcing the doors open behind these officers. So this allowed a ton of Trump's insurrectionists to stream into the building. One of the officers actually reported being pinned and crushed. Those were his exact words. And then another of the 3 officers says that he was pepper sprayed during this whole melee. And he said it temporarily blinded him. So following this violence, DeGrave and his friends located the Senate gallery. 2 officers were in the process of resecuring the Senate doors when they arrived, and there was a group of people with them. It just wasn't the 3 of them against these 2 officers. It was a lot of people. So both DeGrave and Sandlin were seen on video. They physically attacked the officers. They were shoving them to get them out of the way and to gain access to the Senate gallery. And then DeGrave later bragged to Colt that he, quote, punched this guy like 5 times, but he didn't see my face. Well, they entered the Senate gallery, which is the upper level of the Senate, and DeGrave yelled to the others on the Senate floor, quote, take laptops, paperwork, take everything, all that shit. Sometime later, they did exit the Capitol, though, and DeGrave was seen and heard on video. He was celebrating. He was yelling things like, we fucking did it. We're the heroes of this whole fucking thing. Later that night, DeGrave advised Sandlin to, quote, untag and delete all posts. And DeGrave deleted all of his messages, all of his photos and videos, all of his social media. So DeGrave was arrested on January 28th of 2021, and in a superseding indictment, he was charged with conspiracy, obstructing an official proceeding, assaulting officers, civil disorder, entering a restricted building or grounds, and disorderly conduct in a restricted building or grounds. Following his arrest, DeGrave lied to the FBI. He said he never entered the Capitol. He said that he found it shocking that he was being accused. And of course, he set up a Give, Send, Go fundraising page, and he raised more than $120,000. Totally played the victim. He said that his only crime is, quote, his nonviolent participation at the mostly peaceful January 6th rally. Yeah. Shoving officers, I guess, just so peaceful nowadays. So DeGrave also told a news outlet that there was no evidence showing that he had pushed officers, and he claimed that he only entered the Capitol to film a documentary. I've shared the video footage with you guys. I shared it in a short of him and his friend Sandlin attacking the cops. So it's on video. Anyway, in addition, the FBI caught DeGrave and his friends trying to sell all of their January 6th footage to someone through an encrypted messaging app. So he's so shocked he's being accused and that he's trying to sell the footage. But, you know, regardless of his protests about how shocked he is, all his clutching of his pearls, in June of 2022, DeGrave pleaded guilty to conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding and assaulting officers. So he was facing up to 20 years in prison, 3 years of probation, and $250,000 in fines. The prosecutor, though, requested 37 months in prison, 3 years of probation, and $2,000 in restitution, as well as a $50,000 fine. At the sentencing hearing, DeGrave tried to bullshit the judge. He said, quote, I'm super remorseful. I feel like I'm a changed person, and I know I'll never do anything like that again. U.S. District Judge Dabney Friedrich presided over DeGrave's case, and surprisingly, she didn't fall for it. She told DeGrave that he went to D.C., quote, prepared to engage in violence and storm the Capitol. And she said that his case, more than any others that she has seen, provided, quote, the clearest evidence of intent to obstruct. In the end, DeGrave was sentenced to the full 37 months in prison, 3 years of probation, and he was ordered to pay a $25,000 fine. So I'm pleasantly surprised by this judgment by Friedrich. I mean, she's known to be very weak, although she should have hit him with the full $50,000 fine. I mean, he raised a lot of money. So I guess, you know, he's going to be the king of Cell Block B now. He can use all these ill-gotten gains to buy snacks and movies for the other inmates. They're going to love him on so many levels. Anyway, guys, if I hear any more, I will let you know. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. It really helps to keep the show going, and I truly appreciate it. Love you all. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.
Yeah.